Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you decided to stick with me. If this is your first video, make sure to go back and look at the other videos because wow, what an emotional roller coaster I have been on lately. I love this journey I'm taking, and I was reflecting on it yesterday because I edit the videos and make sure what I'm saying makes logical sense. But when I'm editing the videos, I realize kind of how spacey I am. I don't explain things into full detail. And I'm kind of all over the place, which is honestly a reflection of my life. But I've been doing a lot better with myself. And in the past couple days, I have really transformed. Not to say that it's all gonna go continuously uphill. It's literally gonna be like the stock market and just be like deep down, up high, down, up, down, up, all that jazz. But I do notice in my previous videos, I give my life story and what I've been through. I want to make sure that it's clear with all of you that I am no professional by any means, and this is not 100% sound advice. These are just things that happen in my life and things that I do to help myself. I am not a licensed therapist. I am not an expert by any means. I literally am just living life and trying to find things that work out for me. So by saying that, let's hop straight into the video. Today, we are going to be talking about change. Whoa. Change can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. It depends on how you view it. So I've been going through a lot of change lately, and I'm doing a lot better than where I was at the beginning of it. These are the 3 things that have helped me get through the change. I get hit with this life-changing change. So past Natalie is still kind of in motion. She is she was struggling. She was, having a hard time. Present Natalie has found these 3 things to start working toward a future Natalie. And this process is so eye-opening, and I'm going to tell you this right now because it's never ending. This journey is literally never ending, and you're never going to accomplish it. This is the point of life. You're supposed to be on this journey until you die. You are not supposed to come to a conclusion. You constantly evolve as a person, and you constantly change your ideas, your minds, your morals, your values. All your experiences in life shape who you are, and so you can't be truly who you are if you haven't experienced half the things you're supposed to experience. That's the main thing that I've learned so far. So pat on the back, Natalie. I went from being a person who is constantly happy, positive, and constantly doing things, motivating, influencing, to someone who doesn't know what she's doing with her life, has absolutely no plans for her future, and just is in constant confusion about what she's supposed to be doing. I don't even know what I was supposed to be doing the day by day. Shoot, I still don't. I'm doing really good. Like I said before, I'm doing a lot better than I was. I'm still, working on myself and trying hard. As you can see in the last videos, I was literally a hot mess. Still a hot mess, just way more put together today. But 3 things that I use or do that have been helping me through this change. Being vulnerable. I would always hold things in. I wouldn't tell anything or anyone about it. I let all my struggles stay internal. I didn't want to showcase them to anybody. So I tore myself up from the inside out. The start of being vulnerable was my first big step to this change, and it was really hard to do. I'm still really working on it, and it's one of my goals that I keep on my board and I keep in my head, express how you're feeling, and the people around you should support you. So that's one thing that I really started doing that has been helping me on this journey. I'm still not like 100%. First step, being vulnerable. It's really hard to do, and I'm incredibly proud of myself for how far I've come. But that's the first thing. Be open with the people around you, okay? Be just authentically you, okay? That's really hard to do sometimes, especially around certain people. Be vulnerable with yourself. It's okay to do, and I don't think it should be shamed anymore to be vulnerable. I think that was kind of bullcrap. Okay. Step number two, thing number two, journaling. Past Natalie would always try to journal, but she's never consistent and actually kind of sucked at it. She still kind of sucks at it, but we're getting somewhere. So present Natalie has been journaling a lot, and it's been really helping her. It's so weird talking to the third person, but I have been journaling. I keep a journal and I write in it in the morning. Brain dump. I just learned about this. Your brain naturally just, like, first 20 minutes is super conscious mind and nothing is tainting it by any means. So writing things down right away in the morning while your brain is like fully 100% there, and also writing when things happen or how I'm feeling about things when I don't necessarily want to be vulnerable or share it out loud or have anyone around that I feel comfortable sharing it with. Just writing it down, getting it out there, and putting my thoughts organized. I tend to cover up my feelings with reasons. For some reason, the way my brain works is if I'm feeling scared, it's like I need to logically explain that feeling. So before, I'm about to get vulnerable here, but before, my like kind of start breakdown was all about like not knowing who I am and not knowing what I want to be, and the fear of not having a schedule or people to talk to, or feeling lonely. But after I did a lot of journaling and opening up to people and being vulnerable with people, I heard myself out loud. I organized my thoughts on paper, and I realized that that's just the logical explanation I put toward that feeling. When honestly, that's not why I'm having the problems I'm having, and that's not why I've been feeling sad and like really down. It's because of the feeling of fear that I'm never gonna find out who I am, and the fear of not accomplishing anything and not having a future. And so I covered up those deep, hardcore feelings with just something that made logical explanation, something that I could solve easily. Stop doing that. If you do that, stop doing that, because just covering up the problem and solving the little thing, guess what? Those feelings are still going to be there when you solve the logical problem. Hate to break it to you. So start journaling. Number two, start journaling. So be vulnerable with people, be vulnerable with yourself. If you can't be vulnerable or talk to people about it, write it down in a journal. Organize your thoughts. Number three. I forget what number three was. Number three is to put it into motion. I am very goal oriented. I think goals help a lot. And so it helps me the most. Every single one of my videos, I say a goal at the end for myself, to hold myself accountable, but also maybe to help you if you watch the video all the way to the end so that you can work towards something too. And I always want to encourage, if the goal doesn't fit with your lifestyle or your values or morals or what you're trying to accomplish and why you're watching this video, create your own. Always have some sort of goal that you can work on. People, I can't say this loud enough for the people in the back, but you're constantly changing and you have constantly something to learn. No matter how much you know, you could be the smartest person in the world, but there's always things that you can work towards. Like listening. That's one of my goals. One of the things that I'm working on is listening. Instead of always giving people this advice or like urging them out of this hole that they're in. Like, if someone comes to me for advice, most of the time they're not actually looking for advice. They're just looking for someone to listen to them. And I want to be that person, but I always tend to just throw in my 2 cents. And that's something I'm working on. Stop throwing in your 2 cents, Natalie. Instead, I just ask questions. So that's something that I'm working on, putting those things into action, having a goal and putting it to action. My goal is to be a better My goal is to be a better listener. So to put that into action, when people come to me, I listen and I remind myself that I need to listen instead of trying to fix, advice. Yes, I give great advice, but like at the same time, they're not looking for my advice. They're looking for me to listen and someone to understand how they're feeling. And I'm doing so much better at that, but it's something I can still work on. So just to recap here, be vulnerable. If not with anyone else, with yourself. If you can't be vulnerable or you're finding a really difficult time being vulnerable, write it down. Keep a journal. Don't keep a journal. Write it down. If you find a scrap piece of paper, write it down. Be vulnerable on piece of paper. Organize your thoughts. Okay? Crumple it up third way. I could care less. Write it down. Be vulnerable in some sort of way, whether that's out loud to yourself or to someone else, or writing it down. And then third, putting it to action. Make a goal for yourself. Doesn't have to be something that relates to me. Personally, I give you guys goals and give myself a goal at the end of every video, but if it doesn't fit, find something that fits for you, write it down and work towards it. Create action. You want to be a better listener? Ask people how their day is going and listen to them and don't interrupt. Put it to action. So, with that, in conclusion, I am so thankful that I'm making these YouTube videos because it's really been helping me also just get things out there and then can also analyze myself like I analyze other people. I try to be an emotional scientist, as should all of you. I want to end this video with a goal to follow the steps, even if it's just for today. Like, just take the first step. So today, do those 3 things, and you don't have to do them tomorrow. You don't have to do it the next day, but the goal for this week is to do those 3 things in practice. I love you all so much. I'm so glad you're following this journey with me, and I love you all so much. I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope this video helped even in the slightest bits of ways. I love you all so very much. I'm gonna go see Wicked now, so peace, love. I wish you guys the best.